Welcome guys, so this will be my fourth March of the Machine sealed. I'm doing best of one today. Let's just get right into it. Okay. Right. So first of all, I did get this card yesterday, Tribute to the World Tree. I decided not to play it. It's 3 green, so it's quite hard to cast. It's going to get stuck in your hand sometimes, and it doesn't affect the board state. You know, when you play it, it gives you this powerful trigger, this card draw trigger, which so it could become a bomb if you've got enough 3-power creatures. You just keep drawing through your deck. You just take over the game. So it's sort of high risk, high reward, I would say. Interesting. Let's look at the other green card. Oh, I saw this on one of my opponents had this in my first match yesterday. This is brutal. So green, and 3 return up to 3 permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. So like a triple Raised Dead. That was just a brutal amount of value my opponent was getting out of this card. If you flip it, you get an enchantment at the beginning of your upkeep. You may put a permanent card from your hand onto the battlefield. So you're getting to put out all of these cards one by one for free. So it's a big tempo advantage. Yeah, I kind of want to play that. It is sort of one thing to note. It's one of these. It's a big investment into future turns. So you need time and space to spend 5 mana on this to just sort of draw cards basically at sorcery speed. That's the drawback. So you need a strong early game to just hold the board, and then you can just absolutely cream them with the value you get from this later on. So yeah, I'd say it's a little bit like Tribute to the World Tree. This is another bomb, but this one's maybe a bit easier to cast on curve. Right, let's go to the top left here. We've got another battle. So this is Invasion of Kaldheim. I haven't seen this before. When it enters the battlefield, exile all cards from your hand, then draw that many cards. Till the end of your next turn, you may play cards exiled this way. That's interesting. That's an interesting take on the Wheel of Fortune effect, sort of discarding your hand and drawing new cards. So feel like that might be pretty good. Obviously, if you can play all the cards from your hand, obviously that's a lot of card advantage. It's potentially as strong as this one. You could get 3 or even more than 3 cards out of this. This is card selection, though. You need to have the prerequisite. You need to have dumped decent stuff in the graveyard first, but then you get to choose those things. So they're both pretty good, I think. We'll have a look at this one. So this is another battle, Invasion of Tolvada. Yes, I did get this in Phantom Sealed. This is a good one. So this is a 5 mana reanimation spell. When it enters the battlefield, return target non-battle permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. So, yeah, pretty nice. Reanimation is quite cool. I never managed to flip this into the Broken Sky. But it's quite a nice battle, I suppose. I tell you what, no, I had this not in the Phantom Sealed. I had this in my second sealed. So this enchantment makes 1/1 flyers, and it gives all creature tokens +1 power and lifelink. That's And you get one every turn. That could really take over a game. And I never flipped it because I didn't have enough evasion creatures really to get through and win my battles. But yeah, nice card, I would say. But that's 3 battles, of course. I've been realising, the problem with battles, when you're on the back foot, you're not flipping the battle. So the front side of it better have a pretty good payoff. So definitely Invasion of Shandalar is looking like a good one here. In blue here we've got Complete the Circuit, and I think this is definitely one of these dodgy rares that is probably not playable. So it's blue and 5 with Convoke to make it easier to cast. You may cast sorcery spells this turn as though they had flash. Well, okay, good luck with that. I've just spent 6 mana. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy that spell twice. You may choose new targets for the copies. So potentially this is amazing, but the setup for it is nuts. You've got to have 6 mana plus extra mana to cast this instant or sorcery, or a board full of creatures. You are getting to do it at instant speed. So and you can play sorcery spells if they had flash. So you could, if you've got some kind of weird blue deck that can, this is a very splashable card. It's 1 blue and 5. You don't have to play this in a blue deck. You need a deck that can make lots of creatures with Convoke, and a deck with powerful instants and sorceries. So you've got to go some for this to make this work. But it could be incredible. But I think there's probably a 1% chance in my sealed deck that I get cards to make this work. But yeah, interesting card. Then the last one we've got here. Oh, Croxer, Titan of Death's Hunger, black and red. 6/6. I remember this card. When Croxer enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. Right. So you've got to pay 2 mana to sort of set it up and put it in the graveyard. Whenever Croxer enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card. Then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. So they still get punished if they don't have any cards in hand. It's 3 direct damage. So yeah, not bad. And then it's got escape for black, red, red. Exile 5 other cards from your graveyard. I think that could be pretty cool. Especially if we can do a black-red deck with sacrifice payoffs. That could be even better. There is the black-red card who, the kind of the Jester. He's black and red, he's a 1/1. When he dies, you deal his power and damage to any target, but he gets +1/+1 whenever you sacrifice something. So could be good. Needs on its own. Not sure if I'm excited to play it, but yeah, if it's got other good stuff to go with it, that could be good. We've got 2 more rares as well. So this is from Multiverse Legends, of course. A lot of shuffling. Okay, gonna look at the other 2 rares first. We have Pylon. Okay, it's a black removal spell. Black and red, instant, with Convoke. Destroy target creature or planeswalker, and Surveil 2. So I think that's good. That's a good 4 mana removal spell. It's nice. Instant speed, and you can tap creatures to pay the cost, and you even get to look at the top of your deck and fix the top of your deck. Good card. Oh, that is a good multiverse legend. People have been... I've had at least 2 people play this guy against me. Atris, Oracle of Half Truths, black, blue, and 2 for a 3/2 menace. When he enters the battlefield, target opponent looks at the top 3 cards of your library and separates them into a face down and a face up pile. So it's going to be a 1 and a 2, and one of those piles is going to be face up. Then you choose one pile to put into your hand, and then the other into your graveyard. So it fuels your graveyard, which certain other cards like Croxa are quite interested in. Invasion of Tolvada can also bring things back from the graveyard, as can Invasion of Shandalar. So that's definitely very, very interesting. I'm just thinking, might be nice to do a complete the circuit with pile-on. If I can manage to get lots of little creatures out and get a triple pile-on. Surveil 6 as well. Could be quite good. Trouble with Surveil 6, you want, if you do find something good, you want to keep it on top. But yeah, pretty interesting. Some interesting possibilities. Some big value cards here, and one good removal spell as well, I suppose. Right. Going to look at the white cards next. I'm just going to have a little break. Okay, I'm back. Actually, second thoughts. We're going to start with land. We're going to go from right to left here. Okay, so we have Rugged Highlands to help red-green. The reasoning is I want to get a good idea of what kind of mana fixing I've got. I think I like that. What kind of multicolored cards I've got. Oh, that's not bad. 2 mana, forcing a sacrifice. So we're going to look at artifacts and see if we've got. Yes, we do. We have Flywheel Racer. So this is a vehicle that is a monodork. Needs 1 crew. We have 2 Skittering Surveyors. That's good, right? So they can find me a basic land. So it's looking like, from the rares, it's looking like we've got multicolored things. We're probably going to go at least 3 colors. And just from, not too bothered about the frog. Or, well, 4 or 5 reach for 6 mana. I do like reach creatures. I tell you what, there's an outside chance we play that. Urn of Godfire. Okay, this is sort of expensive mana fixing, and then you can blow something up for 6 later. I'm going to say, yeah, that's fine. That's good enough. Bit of utility. I like a bit of utility. We're going to look at green next. So basically, when I go through these different colours, I'm using the bread system: bombs, removal, evasion, aggro, and dross. So, and for my first pass, I'm usually focusing on bombs, removal, evasion, just to keep it simpler. And then the aggro and dross part is like fixing the mana curve. Like aggro is usually having 2 drops, enough 2 drops and 3 drops. Right. So first of all, I tend to skip any combat tricks. So for example, this one. But on the other hand, Cosmic Hunger is a removal spell. So it's a punch spell. Relies on you having a creature, but I think it's good. We have Fynn the Fangbearer, a cheap death touch creature. I personally count these as a removal spell, so I add this to the the deck. Herbology Instructor is cool. So it's a bit like our Urn of Godfire. So this is 6 mana removal. This guy is basically 6 mana removal as well as being an early sort of stopper, a 1/3 that gains you 3 life. Later it's going to give something -3 toughness for 6 mana. So that is pretty cool. We like that. Iridescent Blademaster. This is in the aggro slot, I would say, so I'm going to pass over this for the moment. But this I've used this lady, and she's pretty good. Turns out there's a lot of late game situations. You just have this card and a lot of free mana to pump it to 4/4 or 6/6. So it's better than you might think. Vengeant Earth. I did actually use this yesterday in best of 3. I'd actually bring it in for one of, if I felt like I was up against a low curve aggro deck, I would drop my 6 mana removal spell and bring this in. Because it makes something a 4/4 that they have to block. So if they, especially if they play a small flyer that, maybe a 2/1 flyer or even a 3/2 flyer, you play this and you just kill it. Yeah, interesting card. Also good because it's giving base stats. So if you've got Phyrexian tokens, that like a 3/3 Phyrexian, this makes it a 7/7. So this is arguably a removal spell. I'd say it's kind of a bit combat tricky, but because they have to block it. It's sort of conditional removal. Let's include that for the moment. Blighted Burgeoning. Aha, here we go. Haven't seen one of these before in my sealeds. This is my fourth one. First one of these. So enters the battlefield, you incubate 2. So you're still getting a grizzly bear, basically, out of this 3 mana enchant. And then whenever enchanted land is tapped for mana, its controller adds an additional 1 mana of any colour. So it is also mana fixing as well as ramp. So that is very good. They're making these cards slightly better every time. So it's quite nice you get this grizzly bear option on this. Kami of Whispered Hope. I've had this before. Yeah, this is also mana fixing for 3 mana. The Sandstalker Moloch. I was doing my research on instant speed effects in this set. So this is the green flash creature, 2 green and 1. When it enters the battlefield, if an opponent casts a blue and or black spell this turn, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a permanent card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. I think black is got to be the most popular colour being played at the moment. I've played against a lot of blue decks as well. This is card advantage because it's got flash. This is kind of like a conditional removal spell as well. It's going to be 4 damage to one of their attackers. I think that's really good. I'm adding that because it's a removal spell. Then we've got another Death Touch. We add that. Seems like I'm adding every green card here. Tandem Takedown's a removal card. Tribute to the World Tree is a bomb, but it's very hard to play with for 3 green mana. I did leave it out yesterday. But we'll add it. War Historian, 3/3 reach. So I include reach creatures because they can block flyers. So it's anti-evasion. That's good. The Converter Beast is this just gives you basically a big creature on the ground. So that's fine, but we'll skip it. We'll skip the Carapace. Invasion of Zendikar. First one of these I've seen. So this is mana fixing for 4 and ramp. You get 2 basic land cards onto the battlefield. Do like that one. The Herd Beast becomes a menace creature, so that's evasion. So yeah, that's just about right. This is obviously a bomb, I would say. Invasion of Shandalar, that's pretty cool. And we include the Timberland Ancient, so not only has it got reach, it's got trample, so it's got its own evasion, and it's forest cycling, so it's, early game consistency. It helps you keep a 2-land hand. If you've got this guy, you've got a guaranteed 3rd land. Great card. I've just added a huge number of green cards. So, you see, I thought I was definitely going to be playing Atris, which is blue-black, but no, I'm not so sure. So if you look at how we've done there, actually, we've just added 16 green cards. I mean, you only need 23 cards for a deck. There's actually 4 more cards there. You could play mono green. You could add some artifacts and play mono green. That's the sheer number of green cards I've got. And yeah, that would be quite interesting. But would you really want to play these artifacts? Not particularly, unless you're splashing another colour. Urn of Godfire, I'd say, was playable. Halo Hopper's playable. And Archivist arguably is playable. So 3 artifacts and 3 of these, 4 of those. Yeah, you could play mono green. So yeah, I'll give that some thought later on. But let's have a look at red. And if you're playing mono green, of course, Tribute to the World Tree, not so hard to cast this anymore. Get a bomb in the 3 mana slot. In terms of, I'm just thinking, usually if you want to have a decent 2-drop slot, you've got to pair up with another colour. So that's a bit harder. We could play our Flywheel Racer just as a vehicle. It is a ramp card as well, arguably so. Yeah, mono green could be a thing here. Right, red. What have we got? The Beam Town Beat Stick. Actually, I think I like this. So this gives menace. When the creature deals combat damage to a player or battle, you get a treasure token. So that's mana fixing. Yes, I think cheap mana fixing, cheap evasion, pretty good. Lithomantic Barrage. So yeah, it punishes white or blue players. We're in best of 1. I don't think we want to risk this card. It's good if you're in best of 3. Invasion of Mercadia is discard and draw 2. It's 2 mana, so that's really good mana fixing. Thrashing Frontliner. Oh, Trample. Yes. Trample, and it gets +1/+1 if it attacks a battle. So, yeah, that's an evasion creature, so we like that. Volcanic Spite is removal. That's good. Ren's Resolve, 2 mana hand fixing, so that's good. Angus Grounger. So now it's 3 mana, and you can discard and draw. So, yeah, once we're at 3 mana though, I think I'm less interested in this effect. The big gap is from 2 mana to 3 mana, right? That's usually the big problem in your opening hand. So I'm not so interested in this guy. Invasion of Kaldheim, 4 mana, exile all your cards, then draw that many cards. Could be obviously absolutely fantastic. Great, I'd say great if you're a low to the ground aggro deck and you're mostly able to play everything in your hand. What does Power of the World Tree do? Discard a land card. Power of the World Tree deals 2 damage to any target. Ooh. Yes. That's good. Whenever you discard a land card, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. And it's card advantage as well. Oh, that does seem pretty good. Okay, we like this. Red Cap Heel Slasher. This is quite good, but I'm going to pass on that for the moment because it's a 4-drop. It can give something first strike. It's a bit like it's almost a an evasion ability because it's difficult to deal with. Fearless Scald has double strike, can give something else double strike. I think that's pretty cool. But we'll skip it. I like this guy, the Yonaki Javelineer, 5/4 reach. So I've established we include reach creatures, and this does direct damage to players or battles. That's really good. And this thing has Convoke. It's a volcanic dragon for 7, but with Convoke. It's got flying. So we like flyers. So yes. So we've added quite a few red cards as well. 12 red cards. Onto black. What did we think about the black rares? There's Invasion of Tolvada, Artis, or Oracle of Half-Truths. We've got black in there, casting cost, and they've got the black-red stuff as well. So yeah, let's see. So right, Corrupted Conviction. So this is the sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. It's like Village Rites. So it's exactly the same as Village Rites, I think. I did use this yesterday to some effect as a cheap card draw card, just sort of in response to a removal spell on something, and yeah, this was pretty good yesterday. But I'm not going to get carried away. I think you need sort of other cards to make this work. You need cheap creatures. So I'll just put this on the sidelines. Keep this on the sidelines to start with. Same for Ichadrinker. Yeah, it's a 1/1 lifelink for 1. Sometimes it's good. Bladed Battlefan. Kind of a combat trick equipment thing, but we skip it. Blight Reaper Thallid. So a Grizzly Bear for 3 mana becomes a 3/3. When it transforms, you get an extra 1/1, and when it dies. Okay, so that's sort of it's a go wide strategy thing. That could be cool, but we skip it. Final Flourish is removal. We like that. Gift of Completion. I used this yesterday. Yeah, this gives you Incubate 3 and gives you a death trigger for your Phyrexians. So that's pretty good. But I think we skip it. It's sort of you need synergy to make this work. Collective Nightmare is removal. That's good. Etched Familiar. Wow. So yeah. I ran into a guy playing a 4-color deck, and it was best of 3. In game 2 and game 3, in each of those games, he played 3 Etched Familiars, and it just demolished me. So it gave me an impossible blocking situation where I could block the Etched Familiar, kill, but because it would die, it would still get 2 damage through. These things seem quite good, to be honest. But I will skip past it. That's nice. So it's a 2/2, well, it's a 3/3 lifelink for 4. You can give something else lifelink. That's pretty good, but we skip past it. I think Pylon is the rather good removal spell. This is a good removal spell. It is 6 mana, but and then we've got the Swamp Cycling Evasion creature. Yeah, that's good. So. First impression, yeah, black's got a lot of things that are conditionally good, I would say. Maybe some aggro cards. We've included 9 cards, not as strong as red or green. Maybe, arguably, but a lot of it depends on how much we can get out of these other cards. We look at blue. Okay, Captive Weird. 1/3 defender. For 3 you can transform it into a 3/3, exile the top card, and you can play it till end of next turn. That's always nice if it's next turn. It gives you a bigger window, more mana to actually make the most of that. But I think it's card advantage, but we'll skip past that. Oracle of Tragedy is early early fixing. It's 2 mana fixing. I mean, 2 mana sort of draw and discard. So that's pretty good. We like that. Order of the Mirror. 2/1 Knight. Transforms for 3. Becomes a 3/3 with flanking, basically. That's an old mechanic from Mirage. When it becomes a blocked, the blocking creature gets -1/-1. Yeah, pretty good, but yeah, I think we skip past that. The Cyber Cryptomancer, yeah, this caused some problems for me. I had a this because it's got hexproof, you can't target it. I had a I'd played my Sheoldred, the new Sheoldred, and I could have converted it into the Saga. The first step of the Saga is destroy target creature, and of course this is the only creature he had, so it wasn't worthwhile to flip the Sheoldred. And I was on 1 life point as well, so I couldn't afford to lose one of my blockers. So yeah, quite a cool dude, and he's got flash as well. He can be a oh wow, he's got flash, he's got backup, he's got hexproof. You see what they're going for here. So this creature can save one of your other creatures. Obviously, that's what this is for. It's I quite like this. I think it doesn't quite fit into any of my categories. I like the fact that it can do 2 different things. I like that. It's another body, and it's saving one of your creatures. So Eyes of Gitaxias is incubate 3, draw a card. Okay, that's efficient. Yeah, it replaces itself, and you get a 3/3. We've got 2 of those as well. That's nice. And I mean, it's not in any of my categories, but I feel that's so good I want to include it. Breeding Champion is Evasion. We like that. Ingarunize is 4 mana, scry 3. If you can have 3 creatures die, this is amazing. You get to draw 3 cards. Pretty good. Skip it though. Oculus Warp has flying, so include that. Corruption of Tawashi. Enchantment, incubate 4. Whenever a permanent you control transforms, or a permanent enters the battlefield under your control transformed, you may draw a card. Do this only once each turn. Okay. Basically, and it gives you an incubator. So basically, this replaces itself. 4/4, draw a card. Basically, that's pretty good. I think I like that. I think this is a bomb. I think this is potentially multiple cards this is drawing, as well as, affecting the board state. And I've actually got 2 of those. I like that. Complete the circuit. Yeah, we need a good instant or sorcery to copy with this. How many instants or sorceries have we found? Oh, quite a few. 9 instants, 3 sorceries. Anything in blue that's really good. Eyes of Gitaxias, by the way, is a sorcery. I wouldn't mind being able to copy that. There's the little matter of needing 9 mana creatures to get that to work. So yeah, I like the challenge of trying to make that work. That sounds good. Tidal Terror, we get 2 Tidal Terrors, and they've got Iron Cycling, so that's a lot of adds consistency to the deck. I've actually, there's a lot of blue card drawy things. Yeah, that takes us to 14 blue cards because I've included all of those. Blue, not that bad. It looks like. I'd probably add Ingarunize as well, to be honest. We'll look at white. Right, the Bond Warden. Yeah, not that exciting, I'm going to say. This transforms into an evasion creature. Maybe we like that. Right, that's a protection spell. We've got Daxus Blessed by the Sun. Basically a big wall. Yeah, toughness equal to devotion to white. And it's a bit of life gain. I don't think he's that exciting, honestly, and he's hard to cast on curve because he's double white. Swordsworn Cavalier. Okay, nice. Sort of quite aggressive. It can get first strike if you made another knight. I skip it though. The Skywarden has evasion, it has flying. That's good. Scroll shift. Yeah, complicated. Probably good, but let's skip it. Right, that's just a creature with vigilance. That's a knight that gets bigger. So we've done well. We've got quite a few knights. There might be a knight deck going on here. Gwende, Pride of Femarath, double strike. Creatures you control the first strike have double strike. Oh yeah, I've played this guy before. Right, who has first strike? The Swordsworn Cavalier. I believe, yeah. So yeah, that's a pretty cool card, but I don't think we include it. So yeah, white is unless we want to play a Knight's deck, that's just a complete sort of faceplant. There were only 3 white cards. Sort of, it's got aggro filler, I guess. But even Daxos is double white and hard to cast. I think let's keep it simple. We can quite easily cut white out of the equation. But we'll keep Invasion of Tolvada. Is it worth splashing white for Invasion of Tolvada? I'm going to go ahead and say probably not. I think we cut that as well. Well, at least we've cut one colour. That makes life simpler. So black is relatively weak. What does black have to offer here? 1 drop, couple of 2 drops, and a 3 drop in terms of aggro. We've got a couple of things to tempt us into black and red. We didn't find the black-red sacrifice payoff thing, though. Yeah, a couple of removal... Well, three black removal spells. 4, including this one. Gloomfang Mourner. Okay. Let's keep it simple. Let's cut black out of the equation as well. So, I think let's consider splashing for Atris though, because that's quite a lot of quite a lot of value. So we're down to 10 red cards. So maybe we're thinking green-blue value pile. We don't have the really good green-blue Multiverse Legend card that has Cascade and gives everything Cascade. So maybe it could be blue-green, splash black. How much do we care about these red cards? Let's have a look at what we've left out. Yeah, Barrage. Yeah. 3 drop, 4 drop, 5 drop. Let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, let's just look at it without red. Joyful Storm Sculpt. So that's good for the Convoke deck. Let's think about splashing red for that. Let's drop that dragon. think we don't need the Archivist. Let's drop that. Skittering Surveyor, Flywheel Racer, and I've got for a bit of fixing. So, okay, blue-green look pretty strong. Let's actually add these things in. Let's see if we can make a mana curve. So we don't want that. We want a 2-drop creature. How about in a 4-drop creature? So it looks like, yeah, we can make a decent mana curve out of these two colours. And we could go monogreen, Tribute to the World Tree, if we want. It would mean probably playing Crystal Carapace and Arachnoid Adaptation. I don't think they're the worst. That's got cycling if it's going to be no good. So, how good is blue? Do I need blue? Some good value cards in blue. That's got flying. Yeah, Complete the Circuit is quite interesting. How many instants and sorceries do we have left? 7 in total. It's going to combo well with something cheap. The Eyes of Gataxius, probably the best shot. There's Tandem Takedown. We could do a triple Tandem Takedown, that's hard to say that quickly. Triple Vengeant Earth. So yeah, pretty interesting. But let's try monogreen. Let's see how it looks. See how the mana curve looks. Okay, get rid of that. Yeah, need 4 cards. Halo Hopper. Archivist. Carapace. Adaptation. Right, what's this mana curve look like? Yeah, a little short on 2 drops. But we can play Tribute to the World Tree. And really, how many 3-power creatures have I got? Let's see, how many creatures is it? Only 12 creatures, interesting. That's not very many. It's when it enters the battlefield. Vengeant Earth triggers it. So that's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. So I've got eight creatures that could trigger Tribute to the World Tree. And the other creatures would get pumped up. question is, do we want to go down to 16 land? Is there another card we can add? This is Mana Ramp. It's a 2-drop. Might be able to go down to 16 land for that. Yeah, it won't, unfortunately doesn't trigger the Tribute to the World Tree, but and how much removal do we end up with? 2 Cosmic Hunger, the Urn of Godfire. That one, so that's 4. Maybe this one, 5. It's kind of like a removal spell. 6, 7. That's a lot of removal. Okay, I definitely have to think about this. I mean, the argument here, I can play mono green and play this bomb card on curve quite easily. Or I can combine it with blue, play and try and play a different bomb. Probably if I can't really play this unless I'm playing mono green, I think. I do like the blue here. It's pretty interesting. It's just Complete the Circuit feels like a ridiculous long shot card that's just never going to work. Like this card, like these, like having flyers. A couple of these are good as well. And we can splash for this. I think it's like a choice between Tribute to the World Tree as the bomb, or Atris. Splashing for Atris. I mean, we've got a very good capability for splashing bombs, I think. Yeah, I'll call that end of part 1, and I'll have a think about that. So, thanks for watching so far. Okay, right, so I've had to think about the mono green deck, and I realized, well, I had to do some research. So, of course, this is an enter the battlefield effect. If you're transforming a creature like an incubator, it's already entered the battlefield, so it's not going to trigger Tribute to the World Tree. It's entering as an artifact, as the incubator. So that is the problem with that card. I've got a few incubator token things that are just going to miss out on this trigger, so it's not giving us quite as much value as I thought it might. So unfortunately, I got this 2 sealed events in a row, and I had to drop it both times. I think it's a little bit tricky. It's probably more for constructed, this kind of thing. So I thought, let's have a look at the Sultai value pile featuring Atris Oracle of Half Truths. This is what I've settled on. This is the kind of deck I lost to in match 1 yesterday. It just seemed to have oodles of card advantage. In fact, it literally had the combination of Atris and Invasion of Shandalar in the deck. So I'll try and emulate that. He didn't have Corruption Tawashi. I think this might be good. I'm gonna try it out. So you get an Incubate 4, a 4/4 creature, but you also get a once per turn trigger of draw a card when you transform a permanent. So this is potentially a bomb, potentially repeated card draw for the late game. So I'm going to try this out. I'm hoping it works. I was thinking about Oculus Whelp. So this is a 3/2 flyer for 4. You can see early game is all green. I'm just splashing anything that's 4 mana or more. So I was thinking this is a good evasion creature that could help flip my battles. So it's got that going for it. And it's if I control a transform permanent, this when it dies I draw a card. So that's pretty good. That seems pretty interesting. But I've decided I do have evasion in the deck. I've got the Tidal Terrors, Timberland Ancients, Glimplang Maulers, right? Potentially these guys are going to be flipping my battles. That's what I'm thinking. So I've got evasion covered, and just because I had maybe too many good 4-drops, I thought actually I'll drop the Whelp and I'll add the second Corruption of Tawashi. So I've got 4 4-drops and 3 5-drops, and then all of these have got dual mode. You can play these on turn 2 for a land, so these are kind of free in terms of your mana curve. So yeah, actually, so it says I've got 6 2-drops. I've also got 4 potential land cycling things to do on turn 2. So I've got things to spend my mana on. It's not going to be the most aggressive curve. I'm not going to smash people early on, but hopefully I'm going to be consistent. You know, turn 4, 5, 6. Hopefully I can put something decent into play that sort of at least clogs up the board. That's the idea. Decided, complete the circuit is unplayable. I was sort of trying to rack my brains figuring out how this is going to work. No, this is just not going to work. I'm not a tokens deck. I'm not making loads of little creatures to help with the convoke thing. I don't have that many instants and sorceries. You can kind of fantasize about tripling your pile-on, but it's a 10 mana thing. Even you can add your creatures in for the mana cost, but even then, that's a long shot. I think what I've gone for here, hopefully, is a more consistent way to go. 2 islands, 2 swamps. I've actually, if we just add up the amount of fixing, so with the Tidal Terrors, that's 4 blue. We've got 1 Surveyor, so that's 5. We've got Cameo of Whispered Hopes, which is 6. Blighted Burgeoning, 7. Flywheel Racer, 8. Potentially 8 blue sources, and there'll be 7 black sources because we've got 1 less land cycler. So I think that should be hopefully that's fairly consistent. I've only got 16 land, of course, because I do have all of these land cycling things. I think we can get away with less land. We could even probably go down to 15 land, but that's a little bit iffy. I don't want to have to discard all of these, but they do, of course, go really well with Invasion of Shandalar, where you can bring them all back from the graveyard later in the game. But let's get into it. Let's try this out. See if it does anything at all. Okay, no hand. We've still got animations. It hasn't frozen. But this is worrying. This is sort of where I think, Do I just close the client and open it again? Is there some kind of connection problem on my end? I'm going to choose to wait, which might be the wrong choice, but it's going to be pretty boring. I might have to try and cut this bit out of the video. So this is the kind of deck that I'm enthusiastic about. Okay, right. Looks like the timer's going on his side. That's a good sign. So my evaluation is it shouldn't be a 0-3 deck. Hopefully it should even get to, 50-50. But the number of times I've said that in the past, and I've gone 0-3. I've been really enthusiastic about the deck as well. It numbers several times, I suppose. Okay, here we go. We've got some cards to look at. We have green. That's good. We even have black. We have a 2-drop. We have a 3-drop. We can find blue with that. We've got a 4-drop. Yeah. Let's go for it. Opponent goes first. We're ready. Ooh, we have the ramp battle. I'm excited about that. We might not have to cycle the Tidal Terror. We'll see. Wow, we actually found an island. We found an island in the swamp already. Okay, he can untap lands. So I'll just shadow this guy. I'll play my Fynn the Fangbearer. I did have Fynn with 3 death touches yesterday, but unfortunately I couldn't get a poison victory with him. Still, it turned out pretty well. That deck went 3-2 in best of 3. Here we go. He can do a 4-drop this turn. Inga and Essica. Yeah. Nice one. Right, this is so whenever you cast a creature spell, 3 or more mana from creatures were spent to cast it, draw a card. So we've got to try and keep his creature numbers down if we can. Right, I'll play the swamp here. I've got my 3-drop. I'll tell you what, I am going to give the token to Fynn. So he does 1 more damage. He probably won't want to trade Inga and Essica for this guy. Now he's got a lot of mana. 5 mana, 6 if he has a land as well. So I've got a choice next turn. Convert a beast to put a bit more pressure on the board. I go just for the ramp card. Gives me more options the following turn, but it's sort of a bit less pressure on the board. But I think because I've got some big expensive things to come out, and he's got, he's gonna clog up the board with stuff. I can hold the board with my death touches whilst I build stuff up. Oh, that's a sweet one. So yeah, you can give lifelink to something, but obviously he doesn't want to trade with a death toucher. You can now tap these 3 creatures next turn, play a creature and draw a card. Okay, another creature, a cheap blocker. And he can start drawing cards next turn. Probably not a lot I can do about that. The Converter Beast would be a bigger threat. That could maybe punish him a bit. I can swing in with a 5/5 next turn if he wants to tap 3 creatures. So this lets him build up. No, I think we go. Yeah, let's go for this invasion. Let's get 2 land out of the deck. We are going to get Swamp and Islet. So obviously that would trade with a 1 toughness thing, and that would trade there. Then he could slam in and hit me with a 4/4. That reduces his creatures, which reduces his mana. Oh yeah, that can't trade with the 2/4, by the way. He could do a big swing back for like 8 damage. I'm going to go for it. 2 attackers. If he swings into me, oh, those 2 are blocking, so I get to kill both of them, you say? I'll take that. Now he can't draw a card off his Inger and Essica. Let's read this. Now you can tap any untapped creature. So I could just do Converter Beast, Blademaster, or I could go for the Tidal Terror next turn. Because then I'm following up the next turn playing Converter Beast and Blademaster, which can easily be tapped to I can make it unblockable if I want to. Oh, he's got his Lurrus, that's why he did it that way. God, that thing's brutal. So he can trade off again with that Death Toucher. Fair enough. And I can play... Oh, interesting. Yeah, the Gloomfang Mauler has Menace and backup 2. Can make this a 4/3, swing into that, and then he has to trade Lurrus and this if he doesn't want me to flip that. That is pretty good. I like the sound of that. Let's go for that. Don't Swamp Cycle it. Oh my god. Is he going to just let me have that one? Yeah. So I get a 4/4. Vigilance Haste. I can tap it for mana straight away. That's cool. Well, I converted a battle already. I feel pretty good about that. It can be quite tricky to do that. Not the first Lurrus of the Dream Den I've run into as well. I've had Inger and Essica recently, and I've run into it as well. Right, plays that, draws a card, nice. But he is tapping a lot. Oh, that does a lot of weird stuff. What is this? 3/3 Vigilance Menace, of course. Each player mills 3. It can become a 4/5 Menace. Hideous Flesh Wheeler. Put target permanent card of mana value 2 or less from the graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Okay. He's got a lot of creatures to play. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. I've got some pretty big creatures though. I mean, if he just what's kind of swing back are we looking at here? 7, 8, 9, 12. He could hit me for 15. This really only costs me 2 mana. I've got 7 mana. I could use this guy for mana. That's got Vigilance. So honestly, I'm doing a fair amount of damage. These haven't got Death Touch or anything like that, right? I feel like swinging in with everything here. $13 damage. He can do some trade-offs. He can trade off with my Death Toucher here. He's got a lot of reanimation things going on. He's got Lurus, which is a bit of a nightmare. Does he want to get rid of that? I'll get rid of one of my... Okay. Five damage through. So I've got 8 mana. I think I can do Blighted Burgeoning and a Tidal Terror because I can get 5. 6 mana, yeah. Let's do it somewhere, and the auto tapper will be nice, and yeah, do that. And let's play a big creature. Another big creature. Then I've got at least a big blocker for him to deal with if he wants to go for the... See, we're the same colours again. Sultai, both Sultai value piles. He's got Tangled Skyline, 5 extra life points. That can become a 5/5 for 2 mana. Got this in the graveyard. This in the graveyard. He can bring back a something cheap every turn. That's tapped for mana. He brings that back. Okay. He'd love to bring back a Death Toucher every round, I bet. Ica Drinker. That's got lifelink. Oh, another Tidal Terror. Okay. Let's just check on my mana here. 4, 8 mana, potentially 9. So I can make Tidal Terror unblockable. That's one observation. I've got 9 mana. But I'm not gonna make Tidal Terror unblockable. That's my decision, I think, because I've got another one to play. So I think he doesn't have Death Touch. Yeah, we just swing in with everything. No, I don't think we swing in with that though. That's the one with Menace. Okay, I think that'll be the chump block. another chump block. He gains a life point there. Okay, next 2 damage. Let me do 9. That's pretty good. Okay, so yeah, Tidal Terror and something else. Iridescent Blademaster? Yeah. Might as well. There's a lot of power and toughness on the board. See if you manage to get the Invasion of Fiora as well. The black board sweeper. Right, that is a 6/6 now. It's got a 2/2 creature. Sorry, a 5/5 creature. And I can swing with 2 unblockable creatures. So he does, yeah, he's got a pretty scary board now. And he can play his 1/1 lifelinker. It's good to be unblockable. Oh, this is fun. Let's play Atris and see what we get. That's another body I can tap to make my Tidal Terrors unblockable. Oh, Timberland Ancient or pile 1. Okay, I'll choose the big creature. I'll choose another big creature. No, I'm going to go for the mystery box. Let's go for the mystery box. So there's a pylon in there. Okay. We play the converted beast. Auto pay like that. I will make a 5. No, let's make a 2/2 creature for the purpose of tapping. When it attacks, I can tap 2 other untapped creatures, right? So let's make 2 unblockable. 1, 2. 1, 2. 10 damage straight through. Now that's what a big creature deck looks like. It is sort of slightly ridiculous, but these are basically, I've got 3 of the 3 big creatures, and that was because of the land cycling. The other one turned up as well, but that's gone in the graveyard. Or Invasion of Shandalar's in the graveyard, by the way. That got milled. I didn't notice that earlier. He needs literally Invasion of Fiora to sweep the board, and then a blocker to stop my 5/5 token. Okay, I don't know, I haven't read all of these different cards, so that gets him a Bloated Processor. I do, yeah, okay. Good first game, wow. That was an impressive rollout by me for a change there. Yeah, ramping out 2 lands on turn 4, that was definitely the right call there. Yeah, okay, we'll check that. Make sure we've got that deck list later. we beat Lurrus of the Dream Den. I'm very happy about that. Yeah, and Inga Eneska's pretty nice card as well. Right, you go first. Okay, got one of our splash colours. Do have one late game card. But got a 2-drop, 3-drop, ramp card. Yeah, let's go. I'm going first. That's a turn up for the books. Right. Another land. Okay, that's pretty good. Right, we'll just see what he... So, white, red. Okay. If I ramp, I can play the 5-drop next turn. It's not a very aggressive rollout, is it? I'm going to swing in with this. Because it's sort of... Okay. You got me. He's used a removal spell. Let's go for the next aggressive thing I've got. Blighted Burgeoning's... Actually, that's quite good because it makes the 2 mana I need to flip the Incubate token. So we'll do that on a forest. I'm going to do it right now as well. I'm going to flip the Incubate. I'm kind of curious because they're funny. They don't have Summoning Sickness. I mean, well, they've been in play for a turn. They don't have Summoning Sickness. So I'm just going to check that it's they haven't messed it up. And yeah, of course that is fine. Right, we'll swing in like that, and it survives. That's cool. Next turn we have 6 mana. We can go straight to the Tidal Terror, I believe. Oh god. Well, that's going to be incredibly bad. I'm going to dread reading this card. 3/5 Vigilance. Okay. I've got to pay a tax if I want to do damage to any of his stuff. Then it comes back with some ridiculous things. He's got to sacrifice 3 other creatures if he decides to do that. Yeah, we just go Tidal Terror here and try and end the game quickly. And then we've got a few things in our back pocket. To sort of give us value. He has black in the deck as well, so he's made a couple of 2/2s. Okay. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can play Corruption and transform something and draw a card. That's quite cool. Do I care about the swing back? I think... That's an Incubate 4 as well. Okay, we make an unblockable Tidal Terror. We play... no. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Decline. We take 2 damage. Play the Corruption. Incubate 4. Activate the ability now. Get that trigger and draw a card, please. Yes, I would like to draw a card. So if I had sequenced that correctly, I wouldn't have flipped this the 2/2 until I had corruption. And then that would have been another card draw trigger. Oh, something's going away. It is that one. Yeah, makes sense. 3/5. And the point here is I only take 2 damage if I block it. As long as there's no other trick, because he's tapped out, right? Take 2, yeah. Okay, cool. We have something that can flip, so we can do that. I cannot attack here, definitely. So convert a beast. I will flip that 100% right now. Wait. Let's not do this in a silly way. Island. Green. Green. Please use the blue mana. Take action. Good. Right, 2 combat, no attacks. Okay, you killed that and drew a card, pretty nice. Oh, first strike goes on something. 4/6, okay. And the Converter Beast bravely jumps in the way, yeah, because he realizes I could take out Elesh Norn. He's playing black, by the way. This gives me card advantage if he plays a black card. Okay, I don't have a flip. See, there is that in the graveyard. Let's play out my hand a little bit here. Play that and play a Flywheel Racer. And then we can still play our Moloch, potentially. No attacks. End turn. I really want you to play a black card. Oh, wow, he played a black card. Cool. Yeah, no need to cast it yet. This thing's very nasty. Oh, yeah, something horrible. Something really horrible happens, and he just wins the game, doesn't he, in about 3 turns. So he makes 5 grizzly bears, as you do. Oh, yeah, +1/+1 and double strike, that's nice. Artifacts, lands, and Phyrexians survive. There's sort of no way I win this, really, is there? But I play this, and we'll try and find a card that can do something. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. And over to my turn. Land is good. Let's play the land. Oh, I can... This gives me some cards. It might give me an answer to the coming... yeah, because everything's 3 power double strike. So it's literally, I've got 1 blocker that doesn't immediately die. And we're looking at, 1,000,000 damage. Thereabouts. So let's figure out a solution. He will have to tap all his if he wants to do an alpha strike, he's got to tap all his creatures. So I block with just enough to survive, and then see if I can swing back and win. Target creature, planeswalker, or battle. Okay, let's choose the unknown pile. Shame. Could have reduced the damage, but you know. Okay, right, so I would have to tap a creature down. To play Invasion of Shandalar, which would give me some blockers. This, what? Yeah, what's the deal? This gives me Phyrexians back, right, doesn't it? Okay, let's make a decision. Make a decision, quick. Something I don't want to have to chump block with is the so my 3/2 menace. Play Invasion of Shandalar. Get these two back. Next to combat. So let's just, he has lethal with just 4 of those. I've got to make a significant number of blocks. I've got to make 4 blocks, so all of these guys are chump blocking. Yeah, he doesn't have to stop me killing that. That obviously would be nice if I could. Yeah, no. I need to chump block with all of these. I get 1 favourable block here, which is nice. There's the favourable block. Yeah, I forgot that. Okay, maybe I just messed that up a little bit because he can get through for lethal, or can he? Okay, that's 12 damage. If I let another one through, it's 18 damage, right? Right. The other thing is, next turn, destroy all permanents except for artifacts, lands, and Phyrexians. This guy's dying anyway, right? Is there somebody? So, I will actually get to keep this Phyrexian. So I'm not going to chump block with the 2/2. I'm going to chump block with everything. So he's not a Phyrexian either. I should have chump blocked with him. He's a Phyrexian. Okay, so that's 12 damage going through. Combat trick just would win it, of course, but on the plus side, we got to see this corruption of Tawashi in play, and that gave me some card advantage. It didn't match up to a ridiculous bomb like Elesh Norn, when you've actually got the creatures to sacrifice it. Okay, my turn. This guy's dying next turn anyway. I've got the little matter of 6 creatures to block with. Converter Beast gets me effectively 2 creatures. That's got to be a good one. It's a Phyrexian as well, which is nice. This just dies, doesn't it? So that's no good. This actually survives. I might as well attack with the Human Advisor. Right. Should I go face? On balance, I think I go face. I need 2 mana for this. So I don't think I can play another Corruption. And then I won't have that blocker. Oh, no, that's dying. That doesn't have time to... Wait, it would. I shouldn't have attacked because it could have crewed that and given me another blocker. Ah, never mind. Yeah, little misplay there. I don't think I had enough blockers anyway. Somehow. I needed, what, 4 blockers? That goes away as well. She comes back. Because why not? She has Summoning Sickness again, though. I'll activate that. Oh, if I'd activated in response to that trigger, I'd have drawn a card. That's another little snafu. Crew 1. Nothing to crew it with. Right. So, obviously that kills us. It gets through with 2 damage anyway. This will block 2 damage. I'll block 3 damage. I'll take 6 damage. If I did have that extra blocker, I'd still be taking 4 damage, right? I don't think there was a way to get another turn out of this. So yeah, we lost to the Elesh Norn ultimate there. We didn't draw a... I did draw a Death Toucher, but I didn't draw the removal spell for Elesh Norn in time. He just... he had a good rollout of creatures, so he had enough to convert it. Good fun though. Good to see what how ridiculous Elesh Norn can be. Okay, it is all green. We've got one of our splash cards. We've got a 2, 3, 4 rollout. I like that. And I'm going first. So yeah, 1 dead card in the opening hand, but this is definitely good enough. He's got a 1-drop. Let's see if he's playing some kind of sacrifice effect. This needs to get to 6 mana to transform. Okay, black and white. Okay, that can find us an island. I'm gonna, yeah, swing in with this guy. I'll play the War Historian. Then next turn we've got a choice. We can look for an island. If we miss our land drop, probably look for an island. If we hit our land drop, we play Convert a Beast. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. So that's going to be a 3/3. Okay. Oh, we've got a mana fixing creature to play, which is not bad. So they might just want to trade War Historian here for Sentinel. And I think I'm okay with that. Am I okay with that? Yeah, or I could... Wait, I've got Tandem Takedown here, so I can take that out and swing for 5. Or I build up my mana base. That might make more sense. Definitely a tricky one. I'm going to go for the Kami. And no attacks. He's hit his land drop. Might have made more sense to go for the land drop. Okay. So no blocks. Yeah. Well, in case he's got the combat trick. Okay, there's another land drop. Could actually get 2 land. But I've also got 4 mana here. I can get the beast. But let's be realistic. I've missed another land drop. So let's Tidal Terror. Oh, yeah, Tidal Terror. Tidal Terror. This island. Now, is it a good idea to do the Tandem Takedown here? Into open mana. So I can't do the Converter Beast. I think, yeah, let's not do anything. No attacks. And end the turn. Then we've got some flexibility. We can get a forest. And then, yeah, we actually have 6 mana to convert that guy next turn. He's hit red mana. That's interesting. Curious to see what he's going to do. He might just hit me. Okay. So I can definitely have 6 mana for next turn, but he's got all of his mana open. I'm just going to forest cycling that. Okay, Fynn the Fangbearer means my takedown's a bit more impressive. I can flip this to try and kill that. Oh, tell you what might be even better. I can play Atris now and Fynn because I've got 6 mana. That's a good turn. Let's do that. If we spend 6 on this, I think if he kills it in response, it doesn't transform, so I don't get the transform effect. And I just waste 6 mana and 2 life. Cosmic Hunger and Forest, or the Mystery Pile. It could be my best card, but I'm going to choose... Yeah, it was literally my best card. Yeah, you got the good one. I'm going to go ahead and play Fynn the Fangbearer. He knows I've got the fight card. So, yeah, I'm going to attack with War Historian now, because I've got a bit of a board built up. I was thinking, right, it's like a 1 in, well, I'm going to divide the deck by 3. 1 in 8 chance that I was going to hit Invasion of Shandalar in the top 3 cards, right? I thought It could be Invasion of Shandalar, and my only way of bringing stuff back from the graveyard. Of course it was. But we get a land drop, and we've and a removal spell, so I feel okay about that. Now, it's just a question, does he have sweepers? There's Invasion of Fura, and there's Sunfall in white. So, and it's going to be pretty bad for me if he does have that. At least I've got some advantage out of Atris. 6 mana's enough for Invasion of Fura. It's Alabaster Host Intercessor. That's a sign he doesn't have a sweeper. Okay, Atris is just a good... he's a good evasion creature. He's tapped out. I think it's a good time to trade off. I don't mind losing Atris for that guy. And he's tapped out. He knows I've got Cosmic Hunger here. But I don't have enough damage for that unless I play the takedown. So obviously we have to play the takedown. If I put an extra point on that, this thing actually taps for more mana. I don't think it's actually significant, but we can get the Converter Beast out, and we can swing like that. I just sort of played out everything I've got. How much damage? So actually that's 6 because of the Kami. 6, 7, 8, 11, 12, potentially 14 damage. So we don't have lethal for next turn. Right, he gets a 2/2. Oh, now that's a good one. He gets an army, basically, from this thing. And you can tap and transform. And this could be a chump blocker for my 6/6 this turn, if he wants, or I can Cosmic Hunger, and that means I push through 6 more damage. Or, what am I talking about? Transform this guy. Yeah, let's do that. We don't have to spend any life if we don't want to. Take out the blocker. Oh, I blew it, didn't I? Because now I don't have the mana for that. If I'd paid 2 life, I could have tapped this and got in 6 more damage. That wasn't smart. Got carried away with this guy and thinking, oh, I've actually got the black mana to not pay the life points. But I've also not played into a sweeper too badly by committing my last, turning this into a big creature. Okay, he's got the Death Toucher, so he can take out the 6/6. I think I don't mind losing Fynn the Fangbearer here, so I'm going to Cosmic Hunger the Death Toucher like that. He can convert a couple of his dudes, a couple of 3/3s, so he can trade off with this. Well, that's okay. 3/3, that's okay, that's okay. If he takes a favourable block on the Kami, He's got to let an extra creature through, which means he goes down to 1 life. So he's gone 2/2 and 3/3. He's not going to trade with the 6/6. He's going to chump block the 6/6 and the Fynn. Okay. That's yeah. Trade with the 3/3. Makes sense. How's he going to play the sweeper? Yeah, I think he might do. The chump block on there suggests he's got a sweeper. I've got 20 cards left. 6, 7, 8, 9 lands out of the deck. 8 lands left and 12 cards. But it doesn't look like it because he's still using single target stuff. I like the respect that Fynn the Fangbearer gets. Okay, it is a... Oh, well, this is a Tidal Terror. That's a Tidal Terror, so that means we keep it. So we've got a guaranteed 3rd land. We have a 2-drop creature. We have a 3-drop if we can top deck a land. Let's go for it. One drop. Damn it. We top decked a land. That's very good indeed. Right. So we can do 2-drop, 3-drop. Okay. I'm going to play the land. I'm going to swing in. See if he's got a combat trick for me. No. Go for the Historian. Oh, yeah. What does this do again? Extra +1/+1s. Tap 2 to put +1/+1 on artifact or creature. That's pretty nice. Okay, yeah. We have top decked a land. That's very good indeed. We swing in with both of these. And I could pump this, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm going to be greedy, a little bit greedy and aggressive and pump this up for 7 damage. Get him a little bit worried. But that's getting a token on it. Okie doke. It's now a 3/4. Oh, it adds plus. Yeah, it adds +2/+2. That's pretty good. Right, so we are. I'd say we're 2 islands away from this. This has to be the one we get rid of. Get an island out. Play the island. We can trade 2 of our things for 1 here. So if he blocks that, we just Cosmic Hunger it, and it's off the board. I think it's probably a good trade, so it seems to be having trouble finding other creatures. It's a 2 for 1, but there was some investment in that creature. He's got to find another creature now. Okay, we hit a land drop. That takes 2 mana to get going. But we've got 6 mana. We want to just play a big creature here. That's got trample and prowess. Okay, I'm going to swing. Get a bit more damage in. He probably does not want to block this. So this will be a 4/4 next turn, but I've got a 6/5. So that's probably a bit too much for him. That's potentially lethal next turn as well. He's hit 4 lands, that could be big. So he could have, you know, 4/4 and another 2 mana creature. Renata called to the hunt. Nice. Right. I think we're going to kill both of these creatures on forehand, I'm afraid. So, because we can just blow up with Cosmic Hunger one of these. Yeah. Target this creature, blow up Renata. Yeah. That'll do it. Okay, yeah, this deck has made it to 50-50. That's a relief. I was hoping it would. Okay. 2-lander. I'm going second. But I have a guaranteed 3rd land with this. I'm drawing an extra card. I'll be able to play my 3-drop. If I can get to 4, all my problems are over because I've got the big land ramp card. And that can help me cast the removal spell. Interesting. I think we keep it. It's just if he's got a fast start... Oh, well, there's a land. That's nice. So... Oh, this card again. Yeah, this is a good one. Right, I think we play a swamp here. We don't have a 2-drop. We've got the Tidal Terror, so we'll... Oh, that seems bad. 2/1/1 trample. Get 3/3 non-creature spells you cast. Have Convoke. Oh god. Okay, that could be nasty. I'd call this a fast start. He's got 3/1/1s out, plus a Grizzly Bear with haste next turn. That's pretty scary. I'll cycle my Tidal Terror, don't mind me. He's got his... thank God I have another island in the deck. I just realised I had one of them in hand. That could have been very embarrassing. Right. We play the War Historian. He's probably going to get this, I think. There's a... Oh, it's a 3-3. Oh, okay, he just gets this, doesn't he? Or we trade off and delay it. So, yeah, he gets another 3-3 with... Yeah, okay, we're under the hammer here. We've got to just trade and hope. He's got another 1-1. Okay, what do we have in the way of bodies we can put out? We have a 0-1. Right, we have actually Atris. Atris at least can kill one of the 1-1s. That's what I'm thinking. That's the positive here. I think that's what we go for. Okay, ramp card plus land. I don't need any more ramp. I'm going to choose the unknown card, which is creature. Okay. He's got removal. It's expensive removal. It sort of takes up his entire turn, I suppose. Looking, just grasping for positives here. Oh god, you can untap everything. Why not? And then he can cast his non-creature spells with Convoke. Pretty nice. Okay, yeah, let's go for the swamp. Let's see, how much can we add to the board and then still be able to pile on. So I think 2-drop, if we do a 2-drop creature like Fynn, basically he's got blue, blue, white, black, blue mana up. So if he's got some kind of counter spell, it's going to mess me up whatever happens. So yeah, I've got to go. I think I've got to go for the pile on this thing. Okay, we'll end the turn there. Okay, at least one of them's a land. That can transform, of course. Okay, it is a rare. Okay, it's pretty scary. How many Phyrexians does he have? That could be a Phyrexian. That's a Phyrexian. Pass to attackers. Okay, I guess I trade off there. I can kill this. He incubates 3. Which that's another 3/3 hitting me next turn. Okay, I think I'm okay trading off here. See if he wants to respond. What do I want to blow up? Okay, I'm going to blow up the processor before it gets out of control. And then surveil twice. You can get one other Phyrexian, because that's a Kraken token. So he can actually go for a 4/4. Do I need land? Okay, Tidal Terror. Tidal Terror and land can go in the graveyard, I think. Top deck a land. We can make a 5/5. Yeah, Converter Beast can do his thing. And then that can at least... He didn't sacrifice, that's a 3/3. Okay, Converter Beast can be definitely a thing. And then we've got a 5/5 we can incubate and block with. So I'm thinking, oh, that is a 3/3. Okay, 4/4. So I'm thinking, if he wants to transform this and attack, I just have to chuck the dude in the way. Becomes a 4/4, pass to attackers. Everything attacks. Okay. This becomes 5/5. Of course, I get to keep this if I block here. This stops him getting a card and stops 4 damage, so that's what I'm going for. But he's got a combat trick. Great. Just has everything, doesn't he? Okay, 6 mana. We just didn't have an opportunity. We were under too much pressure, I think, to play that. Couldn't really play it. Okay, so he's getting through with a lot of damage. I think we've got 6 mana. These always come into play tapped. We've got a Flywheel Racer. May as well play it, and then play a 3/2 Death Touch. Try and trade with, at least with his card draw goon. Yeah, this is just an uncommon thing, isn't it? So just try and trade with that one. Yeah. Down to 9. Got another couple of 2/2s. Okay, we actually have 7 mana, so we can do Tawashi. We can convert that into a 4/4. How much damage are we still taking? That's the only problem. We're taking 7, okay. Let's incubate 4. Should be a 5/5. It's another nice top deck for him. Yeah, we've established we've got to don't have a choice. We've got to trade off there. Nice sort of Esper tokens deck, this one. Okay, we get 1 blocker. Unfortunately, not enough. Here's a pretty good 2-drop of that thing. And then the rare battle for 2/1/1s is pretty cool. So the dead cards on my side of the board, I guess this Racer, because I just don't have the bodies to crew it effectively. So I think that feels like 3 and 2. Yeah. Yeah, it was the good white 2-drop and then the rare blue battle to put a couple of 1/1s on the board, and I was on the draw. So that was a bit too much to to deal with. And then he did have a couple of removal spells as well, so I couldn't, you know, keep a big threatening blocker on the board. Had to keep trading off. Okay, so this looks a similar hand. So 2-lander, and we get to find an island on turn 2 if we do miss on turn 3. Herbology Instructor on turn 2. Yeah, that's actually a good hand. Oh yeah, this thing. Toughness equal to devotion to black. Exile 2 target cards from graveyards. 1 life for each creature card. I don't like that. I've got some graveyard stuff going on in this deck. Is he dead? Oh well, something's discarded. We need the Tidal Terror, don't we? Okay, I guess we'll drop the 5-drop here, which we can bring back later, maybe. But oh, well, unless this guy has something to say about it. We do draw another land, and I can play War Historian. I believe he missed a land drop, because I was on the draw. Missed another land drop. Oof. Now. Yep, few options. I think I swing in with a 3/3. You might want to double block, we'll see. And we've got Converter Beast. We're missing black mana for our pylon. I was thinking about discarding that. Yeah, so there's my 5/5. I'm going to swing in like this. That's okay. Oh, guess what? He's going to kill that with the 1 black mana spell. Or maybe not. Okay, that's... He stops 8 damage. That's very creative. I like that. Okay, yeah, I don't have... I'm not going to answer that. One damage gets through, and I dump the Tidal Terror, I think. He's hit green mana now. Elvish Vat Keeper is nasty, so... And it's a 3/3. I think, actually, I'd rather Cosmic Hunger that. Okay, another Tidal Terror. We've got to make a land drop, so we'll drop one of these. Play an island. Swing for 3. And it's pretty simple. We drew our Invasion of Shandalar, so we're going to get another island and then play Invasion of Shandalar next turn. We can flip this to try and kill something. He hit another land, so it's looking good for him. That's a good card. That helps you, in theory, ramp out your mana. I think if he taps out, then I can flip this. Otherwise, it's too risky. We can just go for the value. Okie doke, we've got, let's see if he wants to double block this thing. Yeah, he can make a 2/2 and double block with his sort of 2 grizzly bears. We'll take out the thing that can exile graveyards. And then we'll play this. Yes, yes. So you could do corruption or that. Let's get the corruption. Let's be greedy. Well, he's hit his land drops now. He's back in the game. The game was definitely not over. Right, so yeah, it's Tidal Terror time. Mill 2, interesting, and get one of them, which is the creature. Okay, no attacks. Right, what's that do? That gets blown up. Okay, that's his removal card. He's tapped out here. Okie doke. Right, I see. Right. Oh, yeah, that can ramp you out. So maybe I want to keep this creature. Because he's only doing 4 damage. That's what I'm thinking. If he flips this, he gets a huge creature, right? Right, it is a perfect time to flip this guy though. Let's see, it costs me 6, but this only costs 2 because you can do it on a land, and then you got 6 mana, you see, and then you can flip this and kill his scary, threatening creature that ramps. So we kill the 2/3, right? But we have to defend our battle, so we're not going to go for that. So we'll do no attacks. So it's turned into an interesting one here. Oh, that's nasty. So it's got, that's a 1 point. Sacrifice another black creature to draw a card. That's pretty good. Okay, well we can do the pylon. We've got that available. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's actually getting... Okay, 10 mana. This is good card advantage. I'm going to play this one and draw a card, please. Right. And I want to pop the other one in his turn and draw another card. That's the plan. So no attacks, and end turn. That's a Vanquish the Weak. Okay, he's going to try and get through. Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. We've got an answer to the flipped battle, right? So I don't think we need to panic. Really? You're not going to do anything. Okay, I'm going to flip this in your turn and hopefully draw a card. Yeah, it works. Good. Oh, we got another... Yeah, let's just draw an incredible number of cards. That seems good. Let's pop this in my turn and draw another card. Draw 2 cards. There's a swamp I can play. Cool. Let me think. Keep up, pile on. In case of emergencies, or do I just tap out and play all my creatures? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and play the Surveyor because it digs a land out of my deck, and I can still cast Pile On because I've got a swamp now. No attacks yet, and end the turn. So I got 5 cards to his 2 now. Okay. Yeah, my turn. Okay, I think, do we want to pile on now? Pile on the pressure, so to speak, by taking out his 2/3. Probably a stupid thing to do. My turn. Well, it's the only answer I've got to his huge creature. His potential huge creature. So I'll play Tidal Terror. Okay, that's like 6 mana, isn't it? That sort of taps me out. Yeah, so I'll play the Serpent-Blade Assailant. And I will put this on... Well, I can put it... I think I'll put it on the Surveyor. and I will... I'll swing at that for 2 damage. How many cards have I got left? 14. He's got another Vat Keeper. That's pretty bad news. So he can make a big creature with that immediately. I lose a life point. And I could say my battle is safe here and blow that up. No. No. Let's... he can have a Vat Keeper. My turn. Oh, I've got the... I want to keep that at instant speed as well. I'm going to just flip this, because why not? Oh, it'll draw me 2 cards. That's the important thing here. So Tidal Terror is going to attack that. Tap that, tap that. You got removal? He got removal. Okay. Fair enough. He played a black card, so now I play the Sandstalker. Then I can get the Atris. And I play the Atris. And then I've got 12 cards left in the deck. At some point I've got to start attacking. Okay, Cosmic Hunger, or probably 2 lands. I'll take the removal spell. Okay, I definitely can play this big creature, so I'm going to do that, because this guy can help me cast Pylon if I need it. So let's end the turn there. And he's got a Gloomfang Mauler, so a big blocker, back up 2, that makes a 4/4, nice. So, I mean, is that as scary as this thing? Probably not. I do have a Death Toucher, so I've got, I'm going to pile on his 5/5 with a Menace. He can sacrifice it. So he interrupts that, he draws a card, I don't get to Surveil. He's down to 15. And I'm on 8 cards now, so I don't actually need to flip this because I can cast everything I've got. It just draws me 2 cards, which means possibly that I lose. Right, I think menace creatures are hard for him to deal with. Go in with that, go in with that. Go in with the Death Toucher. And we go in with a 4/4. And we go in with another 4/4. 5 attackers like that and keep the rest. Wait, how many do I need to keep back? Keeping 1, 2, 3, 4 back. That's probably reasonable. 5 attackers like that. I've just gone straight to blockers. I'm gonna hold my removal spell. So trade 4/4 for 4/4 there. They're gonna, yeah, okay, that's a double block. So yeah, that's going to bring out the Cosmic Hunger, of course, because I can take out a 3/3 like that, and Timberland Ancient will survive. He gets a 1/1. I get to play that and end turn. He's still got a 2/2 left. Okay, we got there. We got there. Okay, well, there we go. I got beyond 3 wins. Up to 4. Let's keep going. Yeah, that guy was. He missed at least 2, maybe 3 land drops on 2 land. So he did look like he didn't have a hope. But he clawed. He had a couple of decent blockers and clawed his way back into it. It made me think. I had the really nice. My deck did what it's supposed to do. I did the land cycling creatures, and then I hit Invasion of Shandalar and brought them back and played them. Interestingly, he had answers for both of the unblockable blue creatures. He saved his removal for those. So I'm going first, right? I've got Flywheel Racer, Herbology Instructor, Serpent-Blade Assailant. This can get me 3 mana. So it's not a great opening hand unless if I don't hit land. Thinking I could even do Flywheel Racer on 2. Where's the land? Cool. Okay, this is the more aggressive rollout, isn't it? Because I can play a 1. Wait, no, I think I'll go for the Serpent-Blade Assailant next turn. That makes sense. Because this does want a +1/+1 counter. Okay. We don't attack. You've got the dude. So I'll still put the counter on this guy. But I won't attack. We'll happily trade this for Fynn. But you've got a flyer. I don't like that. Okay, so theory is we just need swamp and island. So yeah, I'm going to do Invasion of Zendikar here. Means that I'm not using my removal too early, before he gets something horrendous like Elesh Norn. See that guy dies to Fynn. I'm going to. I don't mind if Fynn attacks me. I'm going to see. How much do you care about your 2 creatures? Do you want to trade off? Going to trade with Fynn. Okay, that's all right. If you tap out for something, I've got a surprise for you next turn as well. Let's see if he can block. Yeah, I've got a nasty surprise for you. Okay, unfortunately that's a 5/5. I'm not a fan of that. Yes, that thing does the free. Yeah, okay, that was a surprise for me. It's not supposed to happen. Okay, so I can flip into a 4/4, but it's not enough to kill this thing. It does kill his flyer though. Yeah, let's play the full 7 mana. And no attacks. We'll get slammed for 5 damage. Oh, battle, and yeah, kills my dude. Never mind. Now it's looking like a terrible decision. Everything's gone wrong. So yeah, trading off Death Touches when I've got the Cosmic Hunger in hand isn't looking like a good decision. And then I didn't play my vehicle, and I've managed to run myself out of creatures. That's not looking like a good decision either. Tidal Terror can get me the island. I think we kind of blew it here. Tidal Terror can be played if I top deck any 1-power creature. So I think it's a bit more playable than it looks. Oh, more stuff. So we're looking at 8 damage. We're just dying very, very, very quickly. Make that 12 damage, so I'm dead next turn. And it's going to be 16 damage coming in next turn. So if I top deck an island and I play a Tidal Terror, is that enough to even not die next turn? Because I'll be obviously I can't do anything here, so let's confirm that I'm going down to 9. He's hitting me for... He's got 10 extra creatures, even if I've only got 1 blocker next turn. If I top deck an island, play that, munch something, block something else. Yeah, it's possible if I top deck an island. If I top deck a what? Yeah, I can... Okay, let's try and top deck a 1-power creature so we can switch this on. Okay, it didn't happen. It was a calculation there. All I'd have done is get an island out of the deck if I did that, and that would have increased my chance a little bit of top decking something. Yeah. So interesting to just go back to where that went wrong. And it was literally attacking with my Death Toucher and trading off with his Death Toucher was bad when I've got Cosmic Hunger. Then I could have taken out at least one of these big creatures, and that would have stopped him maybe flipping the invasion and getting another big creature. This is another 6 power on the board, so this is why I've died so quickly. Oh well. That was fun though. I get Vigilance as well. And the Flywheel Racer may be coming out a bit too late after all the creatures were dead. That's another problem. You don't want the vehicle being the last thing you play. You want that to ideally trade off with something before all your other creatures die. So that wasn't great planning. Never mind. I'm going to just check if I've added this to decks, because I'm running out of deck room. I'm going to have to go through and delete lots of old limited decks from here. It's gone up to 100. There we go. We have Cosmic Corruption. Right there. I can... Yeah, I'm not going to delete any now. But I'll go over the deck. So that was a Sultai value pile. I'd seen other... yeah, I saw someone play this yesterday in my first match of best of 3, and I just got crushed by it, by all the card advantage. And specifically he had Atris, Oracle of Half-Truths, and Invasion of Shandalar. And I knew he had that. I'd seen his hand. I didn't want to kill the Atris because I knew he'd bring it back with Invasion. So that was cool. And then it seems to make sense with all of these land cycling creatures. Then he can bring them back with the Invasion of Shandalar, which seems nice. And then I've got a fair amount of ramp and other ways of fixing for blue and black mana. Just went for the one good black removal spell that I could play on curve. I don't think decided it's not worth playing the cheaper black removal things, because you can't guarantee getting black mana very early. So these probably aren't very efficient. Rather have green creatures, which I can just roll out pretty consistently. I think I've managed to flip that battle once, and I didn't flip Invasion of Shandalar. Maybe this is one that the front side is good enough to justify its inclusion. When you get to the stage of the game where you're bringing 3 things back from the graveyard, I've usually got quite a lot of land anyway. But sometimes you might want, if you've got a lot of expensive things, you might want to hit this and get something for free the next turn. Corruption of Tawashi was interesting. I thought I'd try this. So it's basically a 5 mana card draw trigger. It gives you a trigger. It gives you incubate, and incubate 4. So it's basically a 4/4 draw a card. But in total it's costing you 7 mana. I suppose it's 5 and then another 2. But it's drawing for at once a turn whenever you transform something. So that was pretty good card advantage. I think that was definitely worthwhile. The other thing I could have played were the Oculus Whelps 3/2 flyers. So those would help take down battles. And then if you transform something, you can draw a card when they die. But I decided this fit better because it's I had room in the 5-drop slot, and I had too many 4-drops I wanted to play. Converter Beast does seem pretty good value. Invasion of Zendikar just is a very good ramp card. So yeah, that was pretty fun. That did okay, I suppose. End up with 1,400 gems back. Not bad. So I can do at least 3 more sealed events, which is cool. Anyway, so I think that's the video. Thanks for watching.